6 mass graves have been found in a Muslim cemetery in Jaffa, south of Tel Aviv. The graves date back to 1948 Israeli war on the original residents of Palestinian lands. They contain remains of Palestinians killed by Israeli forces. The bodies, belonging to men, women and children, were found during construction work on the cemetery. Palestinian media expert Nasser al-Laham says that the bodies were buried with no ethics on part of the Israelis and that they uncovered the war crimes committed by Israeli forces in 1948.
We said a lot of times to the world that there is thousands of the Palestinian and Arab youth has been buried in Jaffa, which it is now called Tel Aviv. It's the Palestinian main city called Jaffa. Jaffa was full of Arab youth, and when it was 48 war, the Palestinian has been killed. We are talking about thousands. There is Palestinians historicals talking about 10,000s. They has been buried, and they demolish Jaffa and they demolish the main Palestinian cities.
The majority of those buried were killed during heavy shelling in the area, and the bodies were buried contrary to Muslim tradition.
We should have all the historical and religious places around the area, especially Islamic tombs in Jaffa. Now that we have uncovered these graves, we shouldn't allow the Israeli authorities to touch them. The people who allowed this to happen murdered these people and created a system of apartheid.
A Jaffa fisherman, now 80 years old, has reportedly said that during the final months of 1948 war, he had helped collect the Arab dead in an area south of Jaffa. The fisherman said he had been a teenager at the time, and he had brought the bodies for hasty burial in the cemetery. The unmarked graves of this site exposes Israel's war crimes. That includes denying the families of the victims the courtesy of giving them a Muslim burial. Nell Burden for Press TV, occupied Jaffa.